Hi, welcome back. I am Christine Alexandria, the founder of Angel Chatter. And I'm going to do something a little different for this video, and it's actually giving us a month-by-month general, not just for you personally, but general indication, insight, if you will, of what's going to happen in 2021. Because let's face it, aren't we kind of ready for 2020 to be over? Yeah, who isn't, right? So if you're interested in having a month-by-month reading just for you, that include these amazing cards, the Angel Chatter Oracle cards, go over to my website, angelchatter.com, and look under personalized offerings and get yourself the 2021 roadmap. But the offer does close on January 15th. So if you see this on the 16th, so sorry. But you want to get the whole year. You don't want to get like 3 months. So this is how it's going to go. So I'm shuffling cards. One already flew out. That will be the theme for us for the entire year. And let's see what else they want to say. This is going to be a long-ish video, so get comfy, people. Okay, so the card that flew out is indeed Gabriel with the message of manifest. Now, this can be a multitude of things. We can look at certainly what we would like to have in our life come the end of 2021. How do you want to be living? Where do you want to be living? What kind of job? What kind of romance? How is your health improved? You know, all of those things. And also to keep in mind, because you're an amazing manifesting magnet, that if something is not to your liking, what's the common cog? You have to take ownership here. So if you don't like something, if you're not happy with the way things are going, pull back a little bit and go, okay, what could, never should, what could I do differently to make the situation better? What could I do? Or here's an idea. What could I not do? Maybe I'm trying too hard. Maybe I'm forcing. And, you know, if you're forcing it, it's forced. You know, there are many days where I wake up and I go, today's a film day. And they'll go, yeah, no, it's not. And I'll realize within an hour my energy's not there. And if I'm not up enough to film and share messages with you, it's kind of going to go, right? So it's just simply not worth it. So sometimes it's just the best thing is to take it easy and go with the flow, which is ironically the angel for the month of January for my social media posts will be Shamael. However, the card reading wants to say January's message is Jophiel with break out of your shell. So if you're not familiar with Jophiel, she oversees your solar plexus chakra, loves working with the crystal yellow calcite. And her message, so your message for the entire month of January, which if you think about it, plays into manifest and can help set the stage for the remainder of your year. So be honest with yourself. How have you been hiding? What have you been doing, perhaps mimicking another that you hold in high esteem and high regard, but losing sight of who you are? It's really, really time for you to be you. It's really time for you to break out of your shell. So sit with her for the entire month of January and continue to ask her, what could I do? And then use the affirmation. Why is it so easy to break out of my shell? And if you're not familiar with affirmations, guess what? There's a book for those too. Back over to my website and look up affirmations. You'll see a book and a deck because honestly, my students and Facebook followers asked for it. So it's an amazing tool. So, and which reminds me, if you're not within our Facebook community, Angel Chatter, come join us. It's a sacred space and we would love to have you. Now, on to February. Haniel. With that message of breathe. Isn't that a lovely thing? As we're manifesting, we're breaking out of our shell. You know, breaking out of our shell means we're a bit vulnerable. It can be a bit scary. And then there are times we can go woof, right out there. Whew, pull back a little bit and catch your breath. Let things kind of marinate and settle in a bit. Doesn't mean you don't do anything or you do fat old nothing. It just means you're taking a bit of a breather and you're not pushing as hard. You're letting, not looking where the chips may fall, but you're noticing the different nuances. You're being that hawk, that eagle in spiritual animal terms, and you're rising above it and you're looking at the larger picture. And it's allowing you to see a variety of roads you could take, which would better serve you and then therefore humanity. Because no matter what you do, we are always doing acts of service, which allows us to be. Because if you don't know, 2021 has been dubbed the year of grace by the angels. So this is all going to be, how are we manifesting grace within our lives? Because grace always begins inside. How are we breaking out of our shell gracefully? So on. So now, here, I love their humor. March, I just mentioned eagle and hawk. March is animals, thanks to Auriel. So if you're not familiar with your totem animal, sit with Auriel, because if you look at Auriel's sigil that's on the card, it kind of looks like a prehistoric animal drawing, doesn't it? So sit with this energy and really settle in and allow Auriel to come forward and remind you who your totem animal is. Now, totem animal isn't your favorite pet like Fifi or Fido or your goldfish Barney. It's a species of animal, whether it's considered real or mythical, because unicorn's one of mine. And don't you dare tell me that unicorn isn't real, but most of society would say it's not. So sit with this. And then after an animal shows itself, get to know them personally, because that particular animal, so my unicorn is Christos. So Christos will come in very protective, white, has a little bit of a sparkly horn, so to speak, and very, very protective of me and patrols, but has a lot of that Christ energy within him, which is perfect since I'm so akin to Mary Magdalene. That's her candle blazing behind me, because this year is also very Magdalene focused. So as we are breaking out with grace, connecting with our animals, for April, we have angelic power with Michael. I'm laughing because that's my birthday month, and Michael's just, I think, having a little bit of a joke with me. But isn't it time, excuse me, that we all called on the angels a bit more and allowed them to truly assist us? I think so. You know, it's kind of what I'm here to do. I'm that conduit for them. But we all can do this. Some are better at it than others. Hi. But there are other times where we just need that coddling within their wings. We also need, believe it or not, that wing slap that says, hey, you've gotten it, that message from a variety of sources. Best take action now before we take it for you, because you've been complaining long enough and now's time for you to do something. So years ago, as an example, I had 3 friends roughly in the neighborhood. Lovely women. There's nothing wrong with these women, but they weren't really my people. Now, they're very much into gossiping and that kind of a deal. And I knew they weren't my people, but didn't do anything about it. But I kept getting nudged. Well, angelic power took care of it for me. All 3 broke up with me in 1 week. And I did nothing wrong. It was just them saying, you need to leave this comfort nest and you need to go and do what you need to do. And these people are holding you back. Was I happy about it? Yeah, not a chance. But looking back now, I'm glad it didn't I'm glad it happened, because I wouldn't be here chatting with you right now and bringing you May's message, which is sandalphon and grounding. So as we're breaking out of our shell, as we're connecting with our animals, as we're breathing, we're getting this angelic power. It can be up here a lot. It's very easy to become out of body because you like those juicy angelic energies. Doesn't do you a bit of good unless you can be here and grounded in it. You get these great ideas, but the ideas are up here, right? From imagination. But they have to settle in here before you can execute and be active upon their creation, their manifestation. So it's that grounding energy. It's the biggest reason I have the authorization course, is to help the students get these amazing messages that many of them are actually honestly already getting, but being so present, because that's what grounding is, to be able to relay it, not only for themselves, but their clientele and their students. So again, if you're interested in that, go back over to my website and look up education, because it's time we all grounded our desires so we can manifest them. How cool is that? That was May. June, Auriel with the message of trust. Now, she does not see or oversee any chakra because she resonates with the moon. Hence, she is the lunar angel. And I am not aware of any lunar activity that's specific for May, but her message here is trust. Trust in these perceived setbacks, because they really aren't. Think of them as a way to, an opportunity for you to redefine what it is that you really want to manifest, giving you an opportunity to catch your breath, giving you an opportunity to be, and enjoying that essence of being, which is rather cool. So play with Auriel when it comes to May. And June, Auriel with the message of thank you. Auriel oversees the root chakra. Vibrant red, juicy, crystal ruby, garnet. His message is thank you for this month. So challenging, he's saying, I'm going to challenge you in June to remind you of all the things you can be grateful for. Because the more we can step into that essence of gratitude, the more we allow, we allow ourselves to be, we allow ourselves to step into grace, we allow ourselves to manifest, because the more we step into gratitude and we are grateful for this handy dandy little remote that allows me to shut off my camera with a click of a button versus reaching over here and doing that, allows me to be grateful for these card messages, even though honestly I was afraid of them when they first told me I was going to do this deck. Being grateful, I'm allowed to share messages in my books, in cards and other books, allows me to be grateful to work with you. The more that is already there in my path, I can then recognize and step into it and manifest it with greater grace and ease. So things to think about. What could you be grateful for? More grateful. It's why when we do the weekly meditation in the Facebook group, we always start with thank you for. Because if we say, I want more money, it's kind of whiny, but by thank you for more money, it raises our vibration. Now, July, Jophiel shows up again with a message of laugh. She reminds you, there's going to be a lot of laughter come July, and a lot of celebrating, she just said, but also the consummate reminder that you are your most powerful when you're in your joy. Think about that. Joy equals power. You're not being domineering. You're not trying to force your will on somebody. You're simply being. That's pretty cool, right? So enjoy laughing a lot in July, because come August is Camuel with the message of self-love. Camuel oversees the heart chakra, and she is indeed the angel of self-love. Rose quartz, rhodonite, rhodochrosite, kunzite, morganite, all those beautiful little pink stones, but rose quartz is her premier go-to stone. What can you do in August that will allow you to love yourself more? Maybe it's a vacation. Maybe we'll be allowed to take vacations again comfortably, no matter what your mindset is. I hear the beach calling me come August. So hoping we can. We'll go and rent a house right on the beach and have family gathering. I would love nothing better. And that would be an act of self-love for me to be able to do this, indeed, with my family. So what could you do? It's not always a costly item. You could meditate more. You could go out for walks in the woods. It could cost. You could go get a massage or a facial, or, really treat yourself and get a nice haircut or a new outfit. Those are more costly things, but there are many things you can do that don't count. We're heading into that last quarter with September. Oh, I love this. Auriel with the message of congratulations. I'm chuckling because it's like they're almost giving me this reading for me, because I've done the roadmap for myself, and me being me, like, really? Both times September came up with congratulations or miraculous happenings. So they're having a bit of fun with me as well. So congratulations are coming to you in September. Will you get the deal that you've been hoping? Maybe. More importantly, you will have big ahas. There will be kudos, recognition that's been leading up to September. Because remember, 2021, according to this, is it going to be about manifestation? But we learning how to breathe and relax and step back and love ourselves more and give those essences of gratitude while we're breaking out of our shell, all with grace. So things need to line up. We just can't sit here and twiddle our thumbs and expect congratulations come September. But if we are being proactive, September is going to be a lovely month. And October steps in with Gabriel for creativity. Now, Gabriel oversees the sacral chakra, the place of creativity, sexuality, sensuality, giving birth not just to babies, but birthing new ideas. Perhaps there is a book within you. Perhaps there is a new project, a new design, a new invention that you've been playing with. This will be the year to start working on it and being very intent and listening to the various signs as they suggest. Look here, look there, go talk to that person, join this organization. So pay attention to the signs. Keeping in mind those empowering hits sometimes are a little nerve-wracking if you're like me, and a little scary because I don't know I don't know. Sit with it and look beyond that fear. Will the results be good? And if they are, take those big steps. Now we're into October with Clear Your Space. Now this is a little bit of a plug. I will be launching in January the Break Up with Clutter program. So if you haven't already taken the course by then, you may want to think about it come October. Because when we clear our space, so look at the bookshelves behind me. If they were full of books and had lots of flowers and a lot of stuff, would it look as appealing? Probably not for most of you. Maybe for some of you it would. But if there's empty space, so you can see those top two shelves, there are my books there, but they are empty-ish, which will allow more books of mine to come forward. Because guess what? I'm writing another book. So this signifies there's room for this to come in. Excuse me. And this is Why? You want to clear your space. You want to have space for that very thing you desire to enter. You don't want to kind of squeeze it in and have it like shimmy in there. You want space, so it's spacious, it's gracious. Play with this. November, it's a jovial year. She comes in with her last card for this deck of Radiance, reminding you that when you are in your power, when you are being, when you are in that joy, when you are in that grace, you simply glow. You radiate. Why? Simple as you're being you. And isn't that empowering enough? I just got chills, did you? That power of you just being you. That's all that's ever asked of you. And it's your time. And last but not least, we have Zachiel with a message of timing. Zachiel oversees the crown chakra, also works with Saint Germain and the violet flame. This message, is amethyst. If you are working on something and it hasn't come to fruition by December 31st, 2021, he comes forward to say, look back over the year of this message. Congratulations. It is manifesting. Did you remember to breathe? Did you remember to laugh? Did you remember your gratitude? Because this says it is happening. You just need to trust and keep saying yes to you. So that, my friends, is a rather quick-ish synopsis for the entire year 2021. That is general for us all. And again, if you missed it in the beginning, if you would like your own personal, which does go into a lot more depth because I offer you a ritual, some personalized affirmations, month by month for the entire year, pop over to angelchatter.com. Meanwhile, I hope you found this helpful, informative, entertaining, and come follow me on Facebook as well as Instagram. And I will see you next month for the January forecast. Until then, I hope you have a great day. This has been Christine Alexandria of Angel Chatter.